Welcome, Charger fans. Rick Stevenson here with Paul Jackson, and we are in rainy Davis tonight to watch the number 1 ranked in 3A Heritage Hall Chargers take on the 2A unranked Davis Wolves. Paul, what do you see for this game in this type of weather?
Well, it's all the rain will probably hurt the passing game a little bit, but I think the Chargers can, run the ball on the Wolves, and we'll see what happens tonight.
That's right. The Wolves do run wishbone, so we haven't had to really worry about their passing game anyway. So it didn't change our preparations. It would probably change our preparations to face Heritage Hall. So, yeah, but we're looking at rain all night long, so it's going to be rainy throughout. Luckily, we're in the press box, so we're staying dry, but poor cheerleaders and players getting soaked.
Yeah, don't worry, Charger fans. Rick and I are staying dry, but I think we're only going to have one camera shot.
That's right. For now, we're just going to have the wide camera, but once the rain stops, we'll get some of these Charger Vision guys out there to do some other angles and get down on the sidelines and such.
Absolutely. Rick, what do you think about the season so far?
Well, so far we've had a very strong start to the season. Really 3-0 right now, or 2-0.
2-0.
And I'm jumping ahead of myself a little, whereas Davis is 0-2.
Right. Davis, they opened up with Lone Grove and lost 15-17 at Lone Grove, and then they played at home against Sulphur last week and lost 50-14. So they're having, they're struggling a little bit so far this season.
Yeah, it looks like they may have an injury. One of their captains coming out with an ankle. Looks like we may have a change in jersey numbers out there. It looks like Melvin is wearing number 60 tonight.
That's right. Normally Melvin wears number 76, I believe.
76.
Yes.
Melvin Swindle. That's right.
And Will Dunn is wearing 12 tonight instead of number 9, which he wore the first 2 games.
That's right. Well, he has been 12 in the past, so good eye because I didn't catch that.
Right.
And then also, Philip Smitherman and Hardy Bowers out there for the captains. Let's talk about our Fuzzies feature player of the game tonight, someone near and dear to your heart, Paul. We've got William Jackson.
William Jackson, the Fuzzies feature player of the game. William's a 2-year starter, and according to the coaches, he keeps improving. He's bringing a lot of energy to the offensive line, and he's being a leader by example and vocally as well.
That's right. They said he's quick and tough as nails is how they put it, and which makes him being very successful for an undersized lineman, which, he has lost some weight. He's still a big guy, but what is he now, 200 pounds?
Right, yeah.
Whereas he used to be more 225-ish.
Right, yeah.
So, a lot of good things for William, and they call him Willie Jack, and the coaches said, guys like Willie Jack are what make Heritage Hall football successful, making personal sacrifice to play on the line for the betterment of the team. So congratulations, Paul, for having William as our feature player, Fuzzy's feature player of the game.
Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it.
And now we also want to look at our Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City keys to victory. All right, Paul, you want to run through these?
Yeah, our keys to victory tonight. We've got to pay attention to how Davis gets lined up, and we've got to stick to our assignments. We've got to set a physical tone on both sides of the ball, be physical and tackle well. And we're really looking to establish the running game tonight. So those are the Mercedes-Benz keys to the game.
All right. Yeah, we're getting some roster shuffles here.
So Davis, they run the wishbone, as Rick alluded to earlier. They're a run first, pass second team. They will air it out at times. Number 40, who is the fullback, is probably their most dangerous weapon.
Yeah, they always have some big fullbacks.
Yeah, I agree.
And a couple of those guys that came out here as captains, I assume, may have been some of those running backs. They're always big and strong.
Right. So over the last 3 matchups, last year Heritage Hall won 36-7. In 2017, we beat Davis 42-19, and in 2016, Heritage Hall beat Davis at Davis 39-27.
Yeah, there was the game 2 years ago. Well, no, was it 2 years ago? I think it was. Blake Adams made the interception, in the fourth quarter.
That was 2016.
Was it 16? So
yeah.
3 years ago?
Right.
Yeah, that was a big play and took it back. They were about to score, and he intercepted it and took it back past midfield, if I remember right.
Right.
And that really clinched the game for the Chargers.
I think it was actually it was an 88-yard pick six.
Oh, we did get that. Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah, so that was the big play of that game.
I knew it was a big interception. I didn't remember that he scored. So, Blake, my apologies. All right, looks like the Chargers will be kicking towards the north. We have Luke Butler kicking off for the Chargers.
I'll tell you what, last week on special teams, Connor Keith had a number of tackles in the kick coverage game.
He did.
He was outstanding.
There he is, closest to Butler right now.
Right, number 32 going down the field. Kickoff to about the 15. And it looks like good coverage by the Chargers.
That's right. We had a few guys out there. I think number 26, KJ Evans, may have been the first one to lay a hand on him.
Yeah, I think number 21, AJ Searles, was also in on that tackle.
Here's our starting defense tonight. We got Will Dunn, Melvin Swindle, Jaden Williams on the line. Linebackers Connor Keith, Hardy Bowers, AJ Searles. Landon Lahotny and Gavin Freeman getting a start at the bandit position, with Peyton Ernest, Davis Duncan, and Philip Smitherman in the defensive backfield.
There's the fullback right up the middle, number 40. I think we'll see a lot of that tonight, don't you, Rick?
I think we will. We don't have much of a roster for, I don't think we have any roster really for Davis tonight. All right, we should be receiving an updated roster for the Davis Wolves. Here's a pitch to the left. Oh, yeah. Davis Duncan there to make the stop. Good job, Davis.
That was the wishbone ran to perfection.
Yeah,
there.
it was. He read the tackle.
But there is a flag down on the play.
Looks like they're backing up. There's a reason. So it wasn't run to perfection.
Yeah,
it just looked like
holding on the Wolves.
Yeah, way back at the 38-yard line. So
that was a big call.
Yes, it was. Robert Imbro coming in. Robert is actually going to be, well, we'll talk about that whenever we get to offense, but he's going to be playing both ways tonight, Paul.
Yeah, I think he's going to start at quarterback tonight for the injured Jackson Joe.
That's right. Jackson's just a little dinged up, but they're just kind of getting him ready for John Marshall next week. So nothing serious. Just don't want to, risk anything in the rainy conditions.
Yeah, hopefully that will not cost the Chargers tonight. I think.
Yeah,
the coaches are pretty confident in the Chargers. So and Robert, he started a number of games at quarterback last year, so it's not like he doesn't have some experience.
You always can tell, Davis, their running backs have their heads down. They're looking at the ground. They're very, I guess, have a distinct look to them.
Right.
Offsides against the Chargers gives 5 of those yards back to the Wolves.
5-yard penalty. Remains second down. Second and 12 from the 33.
Second and 12.
The conditions tonight are going to be tough.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, they've got a variety of size on their line. The number 78, the right tackle, is a big boy.
Yes, he is. Looks like he was trying to block Jaden Williams there.
Yeah.
I think Jaden got the best of him on that.
Jaden got inside and but he got past him and he kind of threw him down at that point. But
third and long for the Wolves here, Rick. What do you expect to see?
Well, I don't expect to see a pass. They're in the rain, kind of against the wind, and they're not really a passing team. And we're going to have an option to the right. Oh, good defense in the backside and a fumble, I think. Oh, he must have landed on it. But Will Dunn came from the backside and was able to put a good stick on him.
Yeah, that was a great play by Will. Really for no gain, correct?
Yeah. And Gavin Freeman back to receive the punt.
Wolves are going to be kicking from their own, 34-yard line, I believe, into the wind. What wind there is. There's not a lot of wind tonight. I don't think he
touched it, but let's see what the refs say.
Right.
Nope. Right. Heritage Hall ball. Good call by the officials. It was never touched by Heritage Hall. The Davis coaches don't agree.
Right. I didn't think that Gavin touched that.
I didn't either. It bounced away from him.
Mm-hmm.
So that little wind you were talking about did have an effect on the punt.
Exactly.
First and 10, Heritage Hall.
Robert Imbro in.
Peyton Ernest at tailback with 4 wideouts.
That's right. After this play, we'll.
Oh gosh.
Oh, there's a flag down. But let's look at our starting offense tonight. Got Robert Imbro, as we said, at quarterback. Peyton Ernest, as you mentioned, at tailback. Mason Georgia, sophomore, getting a start at fullback. Philip Smitherman, Joe Washington at the wideouts. Will Dunn, tight end. And then the big uglies, Melvin Swindle. Our Fuzzies feature player of the game, William Jackson. Edwin Lorne at center. Amari Smith and Gavin Wilson take over the right side of the line.
So, Rick, I think we had a hold on that first.
I think we did. That's one for each team.
Play, yes.
Yeah, they got some good size on the line.
They do.
There's a pass. Over to
Pass over there to Colby Lewis on the, to the right side.
Yeah.
And it looked like he had some room to
go. He did.
Colby had a great game last week. He was the Richard Stevenson player of the game.
He did have
3 receptions, 3 touchdowns.
Did he only have 3 receptions?
Yes,
I know he had 3 touchdowns, but he
I think 128 yards receiving.
He was our player of the game. Matthew McClintock in at receiver.
Second and long. Oh, gosh. Tried to throw the middle screen to the tight end. And,
to Will Dunn. And they got in a little quicker and disrupted the play.
Yes.
Brings up 3rd and about 20. So, Paul, what do you expect here?
I expect a pass.
Davis Duncan brings in a play in for Colby Lewis.
We're definitely
in for Matthew McClintock.
We're definitely stuck behind the chains here, but we've got aggressive coaches. I know they're going to probably throw the ball down the field.
Well, and I'd say if we get 10 here, we'll still go for it on 4th.
Right.
Peyton Ernest in motion. Looks like he's going to run a fly pattern.
Davis Duncan on the post route.
Yeah, they're good job,
nice
Davis.
Catch by Davis.
That was. He had to go down to the ground to get it and made a nice catch.
Absolutely. Good throw by Robert there in this rain.
Yeah, it was.
Can't be easy to throw the ball in the rain.
No. 27-yard gain for the Chargers. Brings up 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line of the Wolves.
Looks like we've got the diamond package in the background right now.
We do. Philip Smitherman with the carry. Was up there.
down.
Oh, nice move right
Yeah.
at the 5 and into the end zone. Philip Smitherman.
Great run there by Phillip.
That was. Yeah, about a 33-yard touchdown run.
That's right.
The 8:42.
So the Chargers go up 6-0, Rick.
Yes, with Butler in for the extra point.
8:42 left in the first quarter. They put it down, and the kick is good. Chargers 7-0 to start the game.
That's right, Paul. That was a nice start. That may get an early jump on our Joe Cooper Ford drive of the game.
Well, that was a big 3rd and 20 conversion on 3rd down.
On the pass to Davis Duncan.
Yeah, the post route. Embro hit Duncan over the middle on the post route, and after that, they handed to Smitherman, and he's an explosive player.
Yes, he is. We can see that. I mean, great blocking downfield. So he had the opening, but then nice move at the 5-yard line to get into the end zone.
Absolutely, absolutely. They're not wasting any time tonight getting the ball set for the kickoff. It looks like
they want to get this game going.
The officials want to keep this game moving along.
Yeah, you can see it on your screen. It's coming down pretty good. It's going to be hard to have some dry balls later on in the game, Paul. Right now, you can see there with the refs, they're giving him a towel and wanting to try to keep him dry. But
yeah, some dry footballs. That's going to be a challenge tonight.
Butler with the kick, a nice squib kick down on the ground. They grab it, number 31, which I don't think. Let's see, we have a little bit of a roster, don't know how much.
Looks like Colton Miga.
Colton McGaha. He's a junior, that's all we know.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
All right, we are still looking at, throughout the game, about a 80 to 90% chance of rain. That's what our weatherman Ryder Bates is telling us. Good tackle there by Hardy Bowers at about the 28-yard line. Gain of about 3.
Some crossbuck action there from the Wolves.
The old crossbuck. We used to run that back in 1981.
Absolutely.
It was a good play then, and good play now. There's looks like a first down run by number 11.
Diego Moore, the quarterback from Davis.
Or is it Colin Delaney?
You're right. It could be Colin Delaney. We've got 2 number 11s listed on the Max Preps Davis Wolves roster.
Tell you what, we said number 78 was big, and looking at this roster here, Greg Billy, nose guard and tackle, senior, 6'5", 298.
Yeah, he's a big guy for sure.
Looks like he moves pretty well for a big guy too.
Yeah, good looking athlete.
Here he is against Will Dunn. Looks like Cooper Webb on the carry. Philip Smitherman on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't see Webb on.
Yeah, they have him as number 2 on this roster. I don't know. Seems like I remember that name from last year.
Well, the Chargers' defense so far this year has been really solid.
Yeah.
Only the Chargers have only given up 7 points in the first 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see it here. I mean, they've run against a variety of defenses. Here's a nice play by Davis. knocked out of bounds by Matthew McClintock.
Yeah, McClintock on the tackle did a good job of getting off a block there and knocked the runner out of bounds. First down for the Wolves.
Looks like Matthew's in there maybe for Ernest at playing corner.
Right, yes, he's playing on the Chargers' defensive right side.
And then Davis Duncan just came out for Landon Lahodney. You know, with this wishbone offense, you don't probably need as much of the what you think about as a normal cornerback. You need more of the tacklers back there than the cover guys.
Agreed. Fullback up the middle there. We're going to see a lot of that tonight.
I think we will. Okay, now Davis Duncan back in. Little confusion who's going out, and it's Matthew McClintock.
22, Drew Parks on the carry. Gain of a yard into Heritage Hall.
2nd and 9 for the Wolves.
They get to the line of scrimmage quickly.
They do.
Only
one in the backfield now.
2nd and 9.
A little. You all ran that type of offense with the Titans, right?
Right. So, yeah, that looked like
single wing or double wing?
That was, that was the double wing there. They had two wingbacks. Wingbacks lined up on.
One on each side?
Yeah, one, split out from each tight end. One of them went in motion. They ran the counter play there. The Chargers weren't fooled. No,
good defense. Like you were talking about, our defense has only allowed 7 points so far in 2 games, whereas Davis, they have allowed, looks like 77 points in 2 games.
There's the
good defense
again.
Right up the middle.
Yeah, good defense by the Chargers for sure.
I think that Connor Keith looks like he was right in there. Hardy Bowers. Wherever there's a pile, Hardy Bowers is usually the last one out.
You're right. 4th and 9 here on the Chargers' 49-yard line. It'll be interesting to see what the Wolves do here.
Yeah, looks like they're thinking about going.
Looks like
now the punt team is coming in.
Yeah, the punt team's going to come in. I think that's probably a good decision.
Well, I'll tell you, with the defense, I mean, we mentioned it before, but with Connor Keith and Hardy Bowers and A.J. Searles, you'd be hard-pressed to find a better linebacking crew.
Pretty good punt there by the Wolves down to the Chargers'
22-yard line.
22-yard line, so that's where the Chargers will start.
Yeah, no reason to try to field punts on a day like this. So, Charger offense coming out. Looks like we're still with the same crew, except we have Will Dunn in the backfield, along with Robert Imbro. Looks like he's throwing deep to Philip Smitherman. Oh, just a little far. Tell you what, number 6. Well, we don't have a number 6 on our roster, but number 6 for Davis did a good job keeping up with Philip, because we know Philip has some wheels.
Yeah, Philip is leading the Chargers in receptions so far this season. He's had 7 receptions for 144 yards and a long of 42 yards.
All right, we also have, I believe,
Jaden Williams in the backfield.
Keeper by Robert. And he is knocked down at the 35-yard line.
Short gain there.
25-yard line, excuse me. Looks like a gain of maybe 3 or 4.
On the carry, number 8.
Yeah, I think that was a gain of 2 on the play.
Jagger Abels in there. Jagger had his first touchdown last week. And he said there are many more to come, Paul.
I hope so.
Yes. Looks like with some misdirection to Phillip. Here we go. One man to beat along the side, and then the caravan comes. So he is knocked for a loss, it looks like.
Phillip did a great job of making the first defender in the backfield miss.
He did.
He ran out of real estate around that left side.
Yes, he did. Yeah, but when the ball's down on the south end zone, the way we are in this press box, it's difficult to see down there. There's the
Fuzzy's Taco.
That's right.
Featured player of the game, number 54, William Jackson. Good kick there.
Looks like Freeman was the punter. Oh, nice move by number 20 there. Good tackle.
I think that's Connor,
Connor Keith.
Yeah.
There he is again.
Yeah, he's a great special teams player.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great linebacker as well.
Good sportsmanship, too. He pulled the the towel off and went back and handed it to him. Most guys would just leave it on the ground.
Right. Good field position for the Wolves here, starting on the Charger 45-yard line.
Yeah, Gavin's in there was punting because Jackson's not playing today. So
who punted? Was that Freeman?
I think it was Freeman.
Okay.
At the Heritage Hall 45-yard line.
Let's see, a quarterback to keeper to the left. Looked like Hardy Bowers
Hardy Bowers
Robert Imbro.
And Robert Imbro on the tackle. Yeah, I think Hardy was the first one there.
Yeah, he got there quickly.
He sure did. That was a nice play by Hardy.
Looks like a loss of about a half a yard.
I think Hardy's leading the team in tackles so far this year. Through the first 2 games, he had 20 tackles, including 1 solo tackle and 3 tackles for loss.
We've said it many times. He doesn't mind sticking his nose in there.
Yeah, exactly.
He and Connor, that's going to be a good, big combo to miss next year.
Yes. Boy, that was a really good tackle by Hardy again. No,
that was Landon Lahadney.
Yeah, that was Landon, excuse me.
Yeah, that was a good tackle by Landon.
Yeah, that was kind of a one-on-one. If Landon doesn't make that tackle, I think that guy was off to the races.
We've got a timeout on the field, so why don't we take a timeout in the booth, and we'll be back for more first quarter action.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted.
Order up.
Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat me.
You're going to find a whole lot to love right now during truck trading time at Joe Cooper Ford. You can trade your keys for the keys to a new truck. Then Joe will beat any other dealer's best deal by $500 guaranteed. Get more for your trade-in, lower your monthly payment, and make no payment for 90 days. Plus, we believe in service after the sale. When you bring your new Joe Cooper Ford in for service, you'll get a courtesy loaner car and a car wash. Who loves you, Oklahoma?
Come see us at Joe Cooper Ford.
Thank you, Joe. All right, we are back. Davis has about a 3rd and 8. Looks like they're running the double wing.
There's
the option pitch. Nice defense. That's a great pursuit by who, Paul?
Hardy Bowers again on the tackle, along with
Robert Imbro
and
Jaden Williams.
Jaden Williams. Yeah, great pitch by the Chargers. I noticed Imbro there did a great job of maintaining the edge, making the pitch back, cut it back up the field, Hardy was right there.
So that's it. Earlier when you mentioned running the option to perfection, that's how you defend the option to perfection.
I agree. That was really good defense by the Chargers.
It's a good time to thank some of our sponsors. First of all, I want to start out by thanking Quail Creek Bank. Student checking and savings accounts will set you up for success. Visit them online at quailcreek.bank or stop by and see them at 122nd and North May to learn more about their free accounts and free money matches for students. Huge thanks to Quail Creek Bank for being a longtime sponsor of Charger Vision. Also want to thank Venue Catering for their continued support. They take amazing care of our students every day at lunch and serve the state's best gourmet concessions.
Yeah, how about a big thanks to our sponsor, the 24/7 Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at SSM Health St. Anthony Healthplex in North OKC. Just walk in or schedule online for sports or orthopedic injuries.
We hope you don't have any, but if you do, you know that you have SSM Health right around the corner.
4th and 5 here for the Wolves. Looks like they're going to go for it on the Chargers' 40-yard line. Oh.
Yeah, looks like Melvin may have jumped a little.
They went with the hard count there and drew the Chargers off sides. I don't know if that's enough for a first down.
No, because they called it 4th and 6.
Okay.
If they do give him a first down, that's some home cooking. Just kidding.
No, they're still signaling 4th down.
36-yard line.
4th and 1. All right. So they marked him short. I bet you they run the ball here, Paul.
I think that is a good bet. I bet it's the fullback.
They tried the hard count again. Now they're getting power right. And a timeout, Davis Wolves. So we'll stay here, though, and thank some more of our fabulous sponsors.
Charger Vision would like to thank presenting sponsor Fuzzy's Taco Shop. There's no better game day restaurant. Fresh, fast, and fun. Stop in at Chisholm Creek after the game or visit one of their other locations in Edmond, Bricktown, Norman, Stillwater, and now open in Moore. Fuzzy's welcomes you to your new addiction.
That's right. Funny that Paul would read the one from Fuzzy since Williams was Fuzzy's feature player of the game.
Yes.
That's his favorite restaurant now. Also want to thank Texadelphia Social Grill. They've been a presenting sponsor of Charger Vision since 2013. Tex-Mex meets Philly cheesesteak and your taste buds are the winner. Stop by the Lower Bricktown location and make every day a Texadelphia day.
Quarterback sneak on 4th and 1. I'm not sure he got it.
Well, if he's right on the line, looks like they're they are. The side judge right over here on our closest side is marked just past the line, whereas the one on the far side looked like he was right on the 35-yard line.
And it's another Wolves first down.
They said another Wolves first down. I thought maybe that was their first one, but
it may have been.
I think it may have been.
50 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Well, and the rain has not slowed down.
It has not. You're right.
There's a pitch sweep out to the left. Cuts about. Oh,
nice cut there by
Connor Keith,
number
though.
7.
Connor Keith and Hardy Bowers, I believe. Uh-oh, do we have someone? Okay. Hardy got up a little slow, but looks like he's no, he wants to come out for a moment. Hope everything's good.
Looks like that's going to be the last play of the first quarter, I believe.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
Down to the Charger. What is that, Rick? The 25-yard line?
Yeah, looks like Mason George is coming.
I'm sorry,
the
15-yard line. Excuse me.
Well, that is
the 25-yard line.
Yeah. It is the end of the first quarter, so we will take a break and be back for second quarter action.
We all want a chance to grow, to use the present to impact the future. Every day, this field is a place to play for thousands of our students. And this place, this field, changes everything. This field is more because the future plays here.
Oh.
A 30-minute.
All right, we are back, and unfortunately are being told we have a 30-minute rain delay. So I'm going to leave it to Paul to sing to you for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, I noticed a lightning flash during the course of that last play. So I'm sure Davis is doing what they feel is the safe thing and getting the players off the field. So they've announced a 30-minute rain delay, and we're going to have to wait out the storm. Hey, Rick, you and I were talking about how at the state championship game this last season there were how many rain delays did we have?
I'm
2 or 3, right?
I think so. I know there was the long one right after the first drive.
Right.
Or during the first drive of the game.
That was a good game for the Chargers.
It was. So we play well with rain delays.
Yes.
Unlike the Sooners.
That was the state championship game against Sulphur.
That's right. Neighbor just right down the road here.
Exactly. And I think the Chargers, what was the final score in that game? Do you remember?
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. But, Davis has their own great history.
Yes. They're a great program. I think they have 6 state titles, all in football.
Scoot over.
And
yeah.
Their current coach, his name's Greg Parker. He's in his 2nd season. And as we said, Davis has a rich tradition in football. 6 state titles. They won titles in 1979, 1986, 1990, 1995, 2013, and 2014.
So, recent.
Exactly. And that's one reason this,
conference or non-district,
out of district matchup has developed in that kind of the powerhouse of 2A scheduling the powerhouse of 3A, right?
Right, exactly. So we're running into working on some technical issues right now, but yeah, we are in the middle of a rain delay, which started right about 7:30, so it'll be about 8 o'clock. And we will, it hadn't been lightning, and unfortunately we did, Paul saw one flash of lightning, and I guess someone that matters, or calls it, not that you don't matter, saw it as well and delayed it for us.
Yes.
So anytime there's a lightning strike, you have to wait 30 minutes. So this delay is at least 30 minutes. Unless there's another lightning strike, then it's another 30 minutes.
Right. One thing I noticed in our pregame notes was, as we talked about, Greg Parker's in his 2nd season as the head coach here at Davis. And last year was his 1st season. They went 4-6 and missed the playoffs for the first time since 1983.
Wow, that's very impressive. 1983.
Yeah, I think, what is that, a 35-year run?
Yeah, that was your sophomore year? Your freshman year.
Right.
Your freshman year, yeah.
That's right.
That is quite a run. And that's what I mean. They're very solid tradition here. One of the strongest in the states, really.
I agree. Heritage Hall has 7 state championships in football.
And they've all come since 2000. Or 98.
98. So the Chargers have won titles in 98, 2008, 2010, 2014, 2015, 2017, and 2018.
Yeah.
So the 2010s and on, the Chargers have had a great run.
So you look at Brett Bogert, who's in his 5th season and has 3 state titles, I think, as head coach.
Right. His career record is 55-2. So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Exactly.
Not too bad.
The Chargers are in the middle of a 15-game winning streak right now.
We've had some pretty tremendous streaks over the last few years. And at one point we had the state's longest winning streak. I forget what it reached,
38 games.
38?
Yeah, from 2014 through 2016.
I think it started here. What, didn't it? I think they were our loss, or maybe not here, but them at home. That was our last loss for a number of, for that streak, I believe.
Okay. I'm not sure about that.
I believe.
I'm not sure. Yeah. And here we are. Hello.
We're getting the camera set up.
Exactly. So the roster breakdown for the Chargers. The Chargers have 10 seniors on the team, 13 juniors, 8 sophomores, and 9 freshmen.
Yeah, good breakdown. Heavy on the junior class, juniors and seniors. I mean, we did see there's a couple sophomores who are listed in the starting lineup, so some others that get some playing time. Well, yeah, a few. At least Gavin Wilson is a regular starter, on the line. And then we have got, Mason George, I think, was listed there as starting at fullback, and Gavin Freeman kind of he's in there a lot,
yes,
whether he's starting or not. So,
right.
I mean, they will obviously have some guys to pick up the slack next year because it's a good senior class.
Yeah.
Very
I thought
good
maybe
senior
we
class.
would mention all the seniors.
Oh, how convenient.
So 10 seniors on the team this year. Matthew McClintock.
Yeah, who took a few years to get ready for this year.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Number 1, Matthew McClintock. Number 4, Baker Burns.
Yeah, same thing. And Baker's, good size. I mean, you look at his dad, obviously. You knew he was going to have some good size. But, yeah, he's up to, 6'3", 180 is what he's listed at. And
right.
Playing receiver for us.
Missed the first game due to a hip flexor injury.
That's right.
But came back last week.
Yeah, got some good time.
Against Clinton. And,
Yeah.
Got in there on offense at wide receiver.
Yeah, good basketball player, so
absolutely.
We'll see him some more this winter.
Right. Number 11, Hardy Bowers.
You've heard us talk about Hardy Bowers. He's a player. He's a 2-year starter as well. Got a lot of time as a sophomore in there too. And, he's gotten bigger and stronger, and he's always, never had any fear. Just getting in there. And I remember, what was the big John Marshall back a couple years ago?
Oh, Devontae Lee.
Oh, Devontae Lee,
who's
biggest man.
Playing at Nevada right now, correct?
Yeah, and doing well. And he, I remember Hardy doing his best as a sophomore, trying to take him down, but wasn't scared at all. That guy led the state in rushing.
Right.
That year.
Right. Yeah. Hardy, in his career to date, has 217 tackles. He needs, I think, 78 to become the leading tackler in Heritage Hall history.
What time? Let's do it at 20.
Next player, numerically, the next senior going down the list, numerically, is number 12, Will Dunn.
Yeah, Will, who you said been number 9 the last couple of weeks, but yeah, stud player. And we talked about it, I think, last game that, he really bulked up over this last year because he's always played quarterback. And as he said, he's never tried to put on weight. He was naturally a big guy. I mean, he played quarterback for you all as the Titans.
Right, yes.
Since what grade?
Oh, gosh, we started playing tackle football in 2nd grade.
Yeah, 2nd grade.
So yeah.
So that's a lot of years. It started last year at quarterback, and
right.
then, they realized he's very valuable. I mean, he was already a great defensive end. How many defensive end quarterback combos do you see?
Not very many.
No, and then so when they put him at tight end, it was a natural fit, and he's bulked up, and it's worked out for him. He's got a number of offers.
Right.
Go play college.
Yeah, from talking to his dad, Travis, I think the largest school, Division I school to offer him so far is Army. So, one of the service academies, that's a great opportunity for Will.
Absolutely.
And, I don't know if that's the one he'll take, but it's quite an honor to be wanted by a program of that stature.
Yeah, absolutely. And to get to serve your country as well.
Yes. Next on our list, number 14, Jagger Abels.
That's right.
He's a senior wide receiver, 6 feet, 150 pounds.
Yeah, we've seen him in there. We talked about he had his first touchdown last week. Showed a lot of excitement.
Yes, yeah. So far this season, he's got 4 catches for 38 yards, and he's doing a great job you know, playing
Yeah.
wide receiver. I know he's very, very excited to, you know, be in the starting lineup,
Oh, yeah.
contributing to the success of the team. And
Yeah, and
you
he's
know,
doing well. We saw him make a couple nice catches over the last couple weeks, so
right.
doing
And
a good job.
He's been in the program since his freshman year, and you know, really
Yeah.
put in his time working, and now is in the starting lineup. So
Absolutely.
a great study and perseverance.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, Jagger's doing a great job. Next on our list
It's Philip
is
Smitherman.
number 24, Philip Smitherman, 6 feet, 180 pounds.
Yeah, Mr. Everything.
Mr. Everything for the Chargers. That's right.
Yeah.
He's an incredible tackler. He has 282 career tackles, and he
Needs 13 more to pass Martin Smith, number 15 in school history.
yes, exactly. And you know, Phillip and Hardy, they're kind of our tackling machines, and Connor Keith as well. I don't want to leave him out. He's,
Oh, yeah.
Connor's got 235 career tackles. So between the three of those guys, they've made a lot of tackles
Yeah.
over the past few years.
No kidding. They really have.
Phillip, I know he's been offered by Harvard.
Yeah, he accepted.
Yes, yeah, he's
Yeah.
committed to Harvard,
Mhm.
and I don't think they give athletic scholarships in the Ivy League, but
But they don't ask everyone to come either.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's wow, such an impressive honor. I'm so happy, and
Yeah.
I'm sure his parents are so proud of him.
That's
in,
right.
in his academics and athletics.
Yeah. And not to cut you off, Paul, but I think we've got a school video we're going to show.
Oh, great.
And after that, we're going to come back and we'll talk about the rest of the seniors. All right. So we will be back here in about 15 minutes.
Great.
Hi. I so recognize the importance of beginning here. That's where the journey begins, and it's miraculous. Hi. I've lived it as a teacher, as an administrator, most importantly as a parent, and you absolutely cannot put a price on it.
Good morning. How are you? Good. This is where everything starts, and then I love being on a campus that has preschool through seniors, where then we see what happens, how they evolve, their dreams, what they accomplish, what they're able to do. The sky's the limit, and I love that. I'm so happy to see you. So happy. Are you going to have a great day?
We want everybody to feel like they're going to have a success story.
In Oklahoma, this is where children dream. Good job.
Take a look around, Arthur Floyd.
Learn to focus and find their edge.
The exchange is over. Yeah, see it? Just pull the hands out of the automatic. There you go. Good job. I go three!
Nestled in the trees in northwest Oklahoma City is a college preparatory school with a track record of excellence dating back to the 1960s. On the campus today, a school where children are vigorously challenged, inspired, and accomplished. 68 National Merit honorees in just an 11-year period.
We're always looking to get kids more involved, more engaged, and we surprise them again and again. They surprise themselves at what they're actually capable of. If I were a parent on the outside looking in, I'd be looking at the opportunity to be engaged. For my child to learn to balance a lot of competing interests We keep kids busy here, we really do, building their lives in important ways.
I think just to have integrity. They talk about integrity a lot at the school. I think to be responsible.
What was your favorite thing you guys did this year? Peer power? Sweet. Good, good.
You gotta step and get over top of the guy. You can't just push him now because he's gonna make the play. Yeah.
To own your behavior, the choices that you make, to be responsible, to be dependable.
Success starts early.
Box. Here.
With a low teacher-student ratio in the Early Childhood Center.
You use what on your computer?
The keyboard.
The keyboard.
Digital learning starts in preschool.
No I platinos na palacio o si I platinos na palacio. No I.
Spanish immersion, kindergarten.
Donde.
Hey, Cutter, there you go, buddy. Go on into the gym, friend. Hi, guys. How are you?
The little ones, it's just the joy of learning, the enthusiasm, and again, those hugs and smiles are precious.
This is where parents celebrate life with their young children.
Thank you for listening to my report. I hope you enjoyed it.
They dream big here and they encourage them to do that, and I love that. I mean, you don't want them to lose that.
In middle school, it's a journey of discovery.
Get a different perspective, or you can stand up and look down in the water. We want them to figure out who they are. And I don't know that you can get that in a large group or a large school. And our teachers are so committed to that, and they want to know the kids so well, and they really want to help them become the best person they can.
And community service is one way to get there. On this day, feeding the hungry.
Take Chargers! Go Chargers!
Can't get that in a classroom. Cannot get it in the classroom. You just got to be here.
La classe prête.
Bien sûr.
Little people with big capacity
Say in French.
to embrace even French and Mandarin.
We want to make a transition from 4th grade to 5th grade. We don't treat them as 5th graders when they start the year, because they're not, they're 4th graders. And then as 8th graders, we try to get them ready for the 9th grade.
3 more minutes for you to discuss it, then we're gonna practice.
You can be a 3-sport athlete in the middle school. You can be a debater. You can sing. You can act. You can be involved with musical theater. There's all these different things that you can try to do. We want them all to feel like, hey, I want to come to school because that's where my family is, or that's where my community is.
Right now, Heritage Hall teachers are making astute observations.
Find your passion and do it well.
A middle school teacher saw it early, guiding a young Sam Karchmer toward leadership.
Get yourself that one step closer to your goals so that when opportunities present themselves, you'll be confident. In middle school, and especially here in middle school, you're given so many opportunities to kind of reach for the stars and follow your interests and find your interests.
Sam was accepted at USC for business and political science. Upper school students are soaring in 15 advanced placement offerings.
You know, just the fact that you don't even have to leave campus to get tutored for your standardized tests like the ACT and the SAT. You have people like that who are amazing at what they do and do it here.
And drawing inspiration from the alums before them, including the late 2-time Pulitzer-winning journalist Anthony Shadid and head of OU Breast Imaging, Dr. Betsy Jett.
I had a great background when I got to college. Not only did I know what I needed to know from a knowledge-based standpoint, I knew how to write and I knew how to think. And those are skills that several other people that I was at school with, they hadn't done some of these things. And so college was a much bigger adjustment.
Parents are also choosing the hall for its culturally diverse environment, where children are welcomed and accepted for their different backgrounds.
Everyone is so encouraging. I mean, I've never had one classmate ever tear me down or say that's a bad idea or why would you do that. It's always been, you know what, you can do this, or I'll help you. And it's something that I know is just extraordinary, and I'm so thankful for.
It's the mindset of the school, I think, what we represent, what their parents represent, the expectation that they're being prepared to be the next leaders in Oklahoma or the United States. And they have the confidence because they've seen what our alums have done. Once they leave here, they're prepared.
The pursuit of excellence crosses a broad spectrum of sports at Heritage Hall.
Oh.
State championships are the prize. The invaluable experience of hard work and the drive to compete, that's the life-changing takeaway for Heritage Hall student athletes. Watch Kat Allen win state in tennis.
I have never been so just happy and proud in my entire life.
Kat's taking her edge to compete to SMU.
I love Heritage Hall. It is amazing, but you got all of those football championships, all of those, tennis championships, golf championships, track championships. I just wanted my championship, and I'm sorry, Gosh, I would have hated to continue on, and we didn't, now we'll have a ring. We get them next week, so, I mean, it feels good.
State champs all the way, yeah!
Some play for fun, but others go on to become some of the best athletes in the country. Alumnus Sterling Shepard took his edge to OU. Wes Welker to the pros.
Transformational coaches are what we're looking for at Heritage Hall.
Bring it all the way up to the chin. Good. Now come down. Good. There you go.
Those guys are going to come in, and Coach gals are going to come in here, and they're going to work with kids and transform them from little girls and little boys.
Way to work. Great effort. Really proud of you.
Thank you.
Into young women and young men. And that's our job. And if we lose sight of that job, then we've lost sight of what education is all about.
One more day. Students also find their voice in this celebrated Performing Arts Center.
We have all these kids, we collect them all up on stage and do some extraordinary things.
And yet, with you, my world has started. One more day along my road.
We have had a lot of success stories as far as kids achieving careers in television and film and stage. Along, come on, along.
Mr. Ferguson is like super passionate and really fun, and it gets us all like excited and really it makes it really fun to perform. And I just love being here.
Heritage Hall puts a priority on the arts. It is not an afterthought. It is not a special program. The fact that that is recognized by our board, by our community, by the students is extraordinary.
With information and technology on a fast track for change, these are extraordinary times. The opportunities are dazzling.
Christopher Lamont Hamilton II.
And Heritage Hall graduates will be there, with top-tier academics catapulting them into the best colleges in the nation. Your children will one day compete in industries not yet created, putting college preparatory schools at the highest level of hope for students who must find their edge before their first steps into an uncertain world.
We've got our academic house pretty well in order now. The next step for us is going to be to create a lot more focus and give a lot more attention to the kind of human beings that we're turning out as well. It begins with the belief that every human being has something significant to offer.
What is your daughter's dream? Your son's dream? Find your edge at Heritage Hall.
We are back. We still have about 7 minutes before we resume the second quarter, but we hope, cross our fingers, but the teams aren't out yet. So we haven't been given any information, but Rick Stevenson here with Paul Jackson. And Paul, we were talking about all the seniors before we watched the little school video.
Right. I think we had just spoken about Philip Smitherman, and the next senior on our list is Connor Keith.
We've mentioned him a number of times too.
Yeah, 6'1", 175-pound linebacker. Has 282 career tackles.
Yeah, good speed. He's not afraid to stick his nose in there either.
Right. Yeah, he likes to hit, and
he's been outstanding on special teams over the last couple weeks.
He really has been, especially kickoff coverage. Of course, the Chargers have scored a lot of touchdowns, so
yeah.
He's had opportunities to make
That's
a lot
right.
of tackles.
So it's important. It's an important position.
Yeah, he's currently third on the team in tackles this season with 16 tackles. He's had 3 solo tackles, 4 tackles for loss.
And I'll tell you what really stands out to me, his sophomore year, the state championship. How many tackles did he have? 18?
I'm not sure.
I think it was 18.
Gotcha.
So,
I think he's also had an interception this season.
Oh, all right. His brother did too.
Maybe that was just his brother.
No.
He's had a sack. I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
That's what I was remembering there. Next senior on our list, number 54, William Jackson.
Our Fuzzy's feature player of the game tonight.
Fuzzy's feature play of the game tonight. Williams in his second season starting at left guard for the Chargers.
That's right.
Last season they had a lot of success.
Yeah, he and Melvin over there on the left side.
Right. Yeah, Connor Carey had made a ton of yards running over.
I hope he did something for them. Bought him a dinner at the ranch or something.
Right, yeah. No, he had a lot of success running over the left side of the offensive line last year.
Yeah.
How's he doing at Air Force yet?
I haven't heard. I think Emory keeps up with him, but I don't know. All right, we've just... Okay, well, thank you. All right, we had deliveries.
Ford Stevenson delivering some refreshments to the booth, so... Rick, thanks for buying me a Coke and a hot dog. I appreciate that very much.
That's right. We were going for popcorn, but I guess they ran out.
Next on our numerical list of seniors, number 64, Will Shepard. 6'4", 265 pounds, plays on the offensive line and the defensive line.
That's right. He's had battled injuries, but hopefully we'll see him this year.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see him soon. He missed the first 2 games with injuries. I'm not sure what his injury is, but you will wish him a speedy recovery.
That's right. Who's next?
Next on our list of seniors, number 75, Edwin Lorne, 6'3", 235-pound offensive lineman, defensive lineman. He's starting at center for the Chargers, doing a great job replacing Jack Griffin from last year's
those
team.
are some big shoes to fill, but he's done a great job. He's improved 200% since his sophomore year.
Right, yeah. He started a lot of games last season at right guard, I believe, after Omari went down with a knee injury.
That's right. All right, we have a little bit longer delay now until 8:20. Thank you, Caleb, for the update. And so
the last senior on our list, number 84, Max Bates, He's a 6'4", 192-pound tight end and defensive end. Max has done a great job so far this season. He's caught a couple of passes, I believe. He's got one catch for 12 yards. He also has played some defensive end, and I think he's also played some offensive line for the Chargers, right, Rick?
I think so. Well, yeah, he switches jerseys sometimes.
Right.
And,
I think sometimes he's number 50 on the offensive line. So Max is a versatile player, and he's having a great season.
Yeah, very good. Good crop of seniors there.
Absolutely.
Led by, of course, our Fuzzies feature player of the game, William Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah, so since we have a little bit longer before we kick back off, another 20 minutes, why don't we take a little time out, and we'll come back and talk to you some more.
In a world full of distractions, achieve attention driving a brand new Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City. Like the totally new, completely redesigned 2020 GLE 350 SUV. Available with 7-passenger seating, a new infotainment system, and supreme luxury. Get yours now during the Mercedes-Benz Summer Event.
View all of our best offers online at mercedes-benzofokc.com.
In a world full of distractions, achieve attention driving a brand new Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City. Like the totally new, completely redesigned 2020 GLE 350 SUV. Available with 7-passenger seating, a new infotainment system, and supreme luxury. Get yours now during the Mercedes-Benz Summer Event.
View all of our best offers online at mercedes-benzofokc.com.
We're changing healthcare and our name. Now we are SSM Health St. Anthony. But who we are on the inside is still the same. A community of saints in action who have always been a part of SSM Health, making healthcare more accessible when and where you need it. SSM Health St. Anthony. We are saints in action.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted. Order up. Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat.
You're going to find a whole lot to love right now during truck trading time at Joe Cooper Ford. You can trade your keys for the keys to a new truck. Then Joe will beat any other dealer's best deal by $500 guaranteed. Get more for your trade-in, lower your monthly payment, and make no payment for 90 days. Plus, we believe in service after the sale. When you bring your new Joe Cooper Ford in for service, you'll get a courtesy loaner car and a car wash. Who loves you, Oklahoma?
Come see us at Joe Cooper Ford.
We all want a chance to grow, to use the present to impact the future. Every day, this field is a place to play for thousands of our students. And this place, this field, changes everything. This field is more because the future plays here.
In a world full of distractions, achieve attention driving a brand new Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City. Like the totally new, completely redesigned 2020 GLE 350 SUV. Available with 7-passenger seating, a new infotainment system, and supreme luxury. Get yours now during the Mercedes-Benz Summer Event.
View all of our best offers online at mercedes-benzofokc.com.
We're changing healthcare and our name. Now we are SSM Health St. Anthony. But who we are on the inside is still the same. A community of saints in action who have always been a part of SSM Health, making healthcare more accessible when and where you need it. SSM Health St. Anthony. We are saints in action.
Welcome back to Davis, Oklahoma. On a rainy Friday night, the Chargers are ahead 7-0, and we are nearing the end of our rain delay.
Hopefully.
We're scheduled to resume play at 8:20. It's now 8:08, so another 12 minutes, and hopefully the Chargers and the Wolves will resume play.
Hopefully so. Yeah, the PA on the other side, the loudspeaker, whatever we call them, handling the music, had a pretty good sense of humor, playing some Singing in the Rain, and raindrops keep falling on my head.
That's right, yeah. A couple of appropriate songs during this rain delay. Rick, we were talking about the Heritage Hall roster. We covered the senior class. Why don't we cover some juniors now?
Some incoming seniors next year?
Right. So, number 2, Joe Washington.
Yeah, we were talking about the boy is filling out.
Right. Yeah, he's a big kid. 6'3", 215 pounds, plays wide receiver and defensive back for the Chargers.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big receiver.
Yes.
He's got good hands, good basketball player. So we'll probably see him getting some more action as the season goes along.
Can he dunk it?
Good question. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Number 3, Jackson Jobe.
Yeah, who's sitting this one out, contract dispute. No, just kidding. He's just a little banged up. He'll be back next week.
Right.
And
He's 6'2", 176 pounds, plays quarterback and defensive back.
Yeah.
I think he started every game last season in the defensive backfield.
Now they're playing a little Here Comes the Sun. I don't think that'll be here till tomorrow, but.
Right. Jackson started every game in the defensive backfield at cornerback last year.
Yeah.
And then I think he started from the 4th game.
Yeah, because he had a hurt hand, so he couldn't play quarterback at first.
Right.
But yeah, started every game. Does a good job on the defensive side, too. Now he plays one of those bandit or something usually. All right, next one we have on the list is Robert Imbro.
Number 8. Starting at quarterback tonight for the Chargers.
That's right. He was last year. He started a few games at quarterback as well, and at defense. I think didn't he start a couple of games in
yes,
defense
at
too?
linebacker, I believe. Well, maybe in the bandit or star.
Yeah, another big boy, 6'3", 204.
Right. Yeah.
So,
he hit Davis Duncan earlier tonight on
that's right.
a
big play.
27-yard post pattern.
On 3rd and 20.
Right. So Robert's doing a good job for the Chargers.
Is that Davis's first catch? No, he had some last year.
Right, yeah. I believe that is his first catch of the season, but he did have some catches last year.
Yeah.
Next on our list in the junior class, number 16, Jake Denny.
Yeah, and Jake, I'm trying to remember. I think he may have taken last year off.
I believe you're right.
Very good wrestler. He actually made the state tournament last year in wrestling. All right. So now we guess there was another lightning strike. We are now delayed to 8:41.
Wow. We are going to have plenty of time to get through this roster.
Yes,
Rick.
we are. Yes, we are. Then we're going to go through the student body.
Next on our list of juniors, number 17, Bryce Carlin.
Oh, Bryce. Yeah, Bryce he's a hard worker out there. The guy's got wheels. You know, he's putting it out there. Well, hopefully we'll see him get some more action as the season goes on.
I think Bryce missed at least the first game of the season with a concussion, if I'm
That's
not
right.
mistaken.
You are correct. I don't know how much he missed, but at least the first game.
Yeah, he missed at least the first game this season with a concussion, and I know he's back out there in uniform, and he's doing a great job in the program. Next on our list, number 18, Landon Lahodney, 5'10", 165-pound. Wide receiver and linebacker.
Yeah, he'll play some running back. They had him playing a little quarterback earlier this year too, but he's another one that's not afraid to stick his nose in there.
Right, yeah, he's a hitter and
good tackler.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Next on our list, number 19, Davis Duncan, 6 foot, 165-pound wide receiver.
Actually, 164 is what he's listed at, Paul.
Thank you, Rick. Listed as a wide receiver and defensive back.
That's right. He's a 2-year starter at corner.
Exactly.
And has done a very good job at the cornerback position. And, I mean, this year, does he have 2 interceptions?
I think just one.
Just one, but
he's had a number of pass breakups and has really done a nice job.
Yeah, he got one in the scrimmage. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, too.
Okay, right. So
he's been solid at the cornerback position.
Yeah, doing a great job at cornerback and caught that 27-yard post pattern tonight.
Yes, he did.
That set up our first touchdown. Next on our list, number 20.
Jaden Williams. That's right. Former Edmond Bulldog in the junior high ranks.
Right,
and,
yes.
Yeah.
What position did he play for the Bulldogs?
Same. He was a running back and more of a linebacker, I think. Then, well, maybe Yeah, I think he played more linebacker on defense. I'm trying to remember. But he was a good running back. Very smooth, but he's thick. I mean, he's really thick now.
Yeah, 5'9", 210 pounds.
Yeah, he was proportionately not that big, when we were 5th grade, 6th grade. But, yeah, he's a good running back. And, he's shown that this year. He's pretty smooth running back, but also as a defensive lineman. He's
right. He's done a great job so far this season. I'm trying to get to the rushing statistics. He's had 8 carries for 79 yards. Looks like to me he's leading the Chargers in rushing so far this season.
You're right. You're right.
And,
with a 10-yard per carry average.
Yes.
Just about 9.9.
Yeah, he's got a long of 31 and has scored a touchdown. Yeah, so he's doing a great job. Also starts on the defensive line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So he's gotten big, and, I mean, he's a hard worker. He's working out all the time, all summer.
Right.
Working out. And that's one that I'm serious when I say he gets it from his mom. His mom is I'm not a bodybuilder, but power lifter, I believe it was. So.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Next on our list, number 21,
A.J.
Searles Jr.
That's right. And
6'2", 212-pound tight end and linebacker.
That's right. And he got some time. He played quite a bit last year, too.
Absolutely.
And I didn't know he was up to 212 pounds. He's another big boy. So, yeah, he's starting at linebacker this year and doing a very good job. Last year, what was he playing? Did he play one of the specialty ones last year, Bandit or one of those?
Star Bandit.
Star.
Right, yeah. I know he definitely got some snaps at linebacker and one of those defensive back positions. He's got 7 tackles so far on the season during the first 2 games.
1 for a loss.
So, he's a solid contributor.
Yeah. And
he's doing a good job out there. Next on our list, number 25. Peyton Ernest, 6'1", 188-pound running back and defensive back.
That's right. Yeah, he I guess started a couple games at corner, but starting at tailback each of the first 3 games. And, and he's looked good. He hasn't broken out quite yet.
Right, yeah.
But you can tell he's just a step away.
Yeah, I agree. A step away from breaking off some long runs. So far on the season, he's had the most carries for the Chargers, 14 carries for 44 yards, which, I know that's a 3.1 yard per carry average, which he hopes to improve on.
Oh, he will, no doubt.
Yeah, I think he scored the first touchdown of the season.
I was about to say he's got 2 catches for 15 yards, and that had that first touchdown for the Chargers this season.
Right. So he's doing a great job. Next on our list, number 28, Colby Lewis, the Richard Eric Stevenson player of the game last week.
Yes.
Had 3 catches for
3 touchdowns and 100 and what was it? He had a 74-yarder and like a 40-yarder and a 35-yarder, something like that.
I think he had 3 catches for 126 yards or something like that.
Yeah, it was a good game, solid game, no doubt.
Absolutely. 3 catches, 3 touchdowns.
And he missed the first game from
he did.
Dehydration, I think it was, or something. But, but came back strong second game. He's got some wheels, no doubt.
Sure. Yeah, he's playing some running back, defensive back, receiver, 5'8", 162 pounds, also a very good baseball player.
Yeah, solid baseball player, utility player, great catcher, and he really didn't play much catcher last year because he could play third base, he could play really any of the infield positions and could even pitch. So he got injured his elbow last year during baseball for the middle part of the season, but still ended up making some listed on honorable mention all city. So good player. So did Jackson, so we don't leave him out. Jackson did too.
Sure. Okay, next on our list of juniors, number 66, Omari Smith.
Yeah, Omari, another former Edmond Bulldog.
Wow, there's Bulldogs all over this roster.
And
in the junior class.
That's right. And, just solid lineman.
Yeah.
5'9", 55.
Right. He's starting at right guard and playing a lot on the defensive line as well.
That's right. And he loves to mix it up, too.
Yes.
He's not afraid to get in there and pound it out. He's and I've heard some of the other guys say you don't want to go against Amari. He's a beast.
Is that right?
Line.
Yeah, I've heard he can really move some weight around.
Yeah, he's a wrestler too, so he knows leverage, and very solid player.
Next on our list after Omari Smith, number 76.
Usually 60 tonight.
Yeah, 60 tonight, but number 76 on our roster, Melvin Swindle.
Swindle. Not Swindell, Swindle.
Swindle.
And Melvin, I mean, he's actually listed at number 221 on ESPN's National Top 300 for the 2021 class.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that is saying something.
Yeah, Melvin, he's having a great season. He started.
He's a 3-year starter and just a junior.
This is his third year to start for the Chargers.
That's right.
He's listed at 6'3", 303 pounds.
Yeah, being recruited by a lot of the big dogs.
Right. Has offers, from what I've heard, from OSU.
And I think Tulsa, some of the other, Iowa State.
Right.
I don't know. There were rumors. We need to confirm with him if he's been offered by OU. But I know he's been recruited by OU. I've seen him down there, with the recruits at a couple games.
Good for him.
So,
That's awesome.
Yeah. And great guy. Good, quick feet. He's a basketball player.
Right, yes.
So I'm sure he may start this year. I'm not sure, but he's got a lot of playing time. Even played some varsity as a freshman on the state championship team.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
He's a hard man to move in the post.
Now, does he do the shot or the discus for the track team, or do you know?
I'm not. I think he does, and so does Jaden Williams. And Amari was hurt last year. I don't think Amari did last year, but yeah, I think they do. So I think they all are multi-sport athletes.
Well, I think those are the 13 juniors on our roster this season.
Yeah.
We've got 8 sophomores. 8 sophomores. We'll go through those guys. We may not know quite as many of them. Number 6, Gavin Freeman.
Yeah, we know that he's a very versatile player out there. He's not the biggest guy out there, but he's one of the toughest. Oh, Caleb keeps filling us with some bad news. As you see on your screen, we are delayed till 9 o'clock. And that is not Eastern time.
So, number 6, Gavin Freeman. He's a sophomore, 5'7", 142 pounds.
Yeah, comes from good bloodlines. His dad, Jason, tight end for the University of Oklahoma. And I think maybe Muskogee is where he came from. But, he's a good little athlete all around. I mean, you have to be to return punts. He punted. I think he did some long snapping, too.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he's our long – he may be our – well, he obviously not long snapping tonight, but plays baseball as well.
Rick, you were a long snapper, if I remember correctly.
You are correct.
Nice.
And you were the holder.
That's right. Next on our list of sophomores, we got 8 sophomores on this year's team. Number 30, Mason, Georgia, 6 feet, 186 pounds, plays running back and linebacker.
That's right. He got some time last year as a freshman, too. He's a tough guy. He's filling out, too, so we're going to see more and more of him. He's going to, I'm sure, be one of those that comes in and replaces Hardy or Connor next year.
Right.
So
he got the start at fullback tonight, right?
That's right. He did.
I think I remember that from our starting lineup.
From our Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City. No, they're the keys to victory. The Paul Jackson starting lineup.
There we go. Next on our list, number 33, Nick Keith. 5'8", 140 pounds.
That's right. And Nick came in first game, Millwood, and got an interception, which really got the sideline pumped up.
Right. I think he's also had a sack on the season.
Did he get a sack too?
Yes, I believe so. So, his older brother Connor is.
They're tied for.
Is he a 3-year? Is Connor a 3-year starter?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I think you're right. So.
Or you're right.
Yeah, thank you for confirming that. Nick is he's just waiting for Connor to graduate so he can get in the starting lineup.
That's right, exactly. He's the one that comes in when Connor needs a breather. Nick's the one that comes in. Nick also plays baseball. Started many games at second base for the Chargers this year.
Wow, good for him.
Last year as a freshman.
Next on our list, number 34, Jack Newman, wide receiver, defensive back, 5'11", 152 pounds.
I'm not familiar with Jack. Caleb, what can you tell us about Jack? Yep. All right, he's got some speed. Is that what you said in the open field? If he's in the open, he's a hard man to tackle. All right, that's Caleb Kalsich giving us the rundown of Jack.
Yeah.
He also plays basketball, correct? Jack, yeah, he's a basketball player too.
Next on our roster, number 35, Luke Butler.
Yeah, he's kicking for us this year. He's a soccer player, also plays basketball. And he played football last year and was going to, I think, sit this one out. But the coaches came to him and said, hey, we need a kicker.
Right.
And he's come out and don't want to do the announcer jinx, but hadn't missed an extra point this year.
Right,
so,
yeah, he's
I don't think he's missed a field goal either.
Right, I think
kick.
he's been perfect on the season. So, we're not going to put too much pressure on him, but he's doing a great job. Next on our list, number 55, Will Shawns.
Will Shawns is a big boy.
He's a big kid showing a lot of promise. 5'11", 246, playing on the offensive line and the defensive line. Both of those positions are hard to break into right now.
Yeah, they are. They got stout line. 4 returning starters from last year on the offensive line.
Right.
So, well, I mean, really, all 5 started some games last year.
Sure. Yeah, they all did. That's right. 4 returning starters. All 5 of them started at times, and also on the defensive line, we lost Jaden McDaniel off last year's team.
That's right. He was a solid player.
Great player for the Chargers, now playing at Emporia State.
That's right, with Billy Ross.
I'd be interested to know. I think they're both redshirting. Is that
what
I
they?
heard?
I don't even know.
I think that's what I heard, Rick. And, of course, Billy and Jaden were great players for the Chargers. We were talking about the offensive line and defensive line, how, we've got a lot of returning talent there. So
yeah,
I'm sure Will Shawns will contribute soon.
Well, one of those starters is who you're going to bring up next.
Number 56, Gavin Wilson.
Yeah.
Sophomore, 6'1", 225 pounds.
That's right.
Starting at
right
tackle for the Chargers now.
Yeah,
and he did a great job last season as a freshman.
Yeah,
he was getting ready to move into the starting lineup.
Would he have some tendon damage in a hand and thought he was out for the season, but made it back for the playoffs and started for the Chargers on their state championship run. So did a very good job.
Yes. Next, go ahead.
I was going to say if his name sounds familiar, because Wilson, his brother, graduated 2 years ago.
Right.
Correct? And was a very good linebacker, Grayson Wilson. And so we've seen him down on the sidelines giving him a little pep talk here and there. So good to have someone close by that can give him the ins and outs of the program.
Right. And his mother does a great job, correct, Rick?
She's kind of the team mom.
Yeah, I think, golly, what is the organization, Rick? I shouldn't have brought it up.
Touchdown Club.
Yes, president of the Touchdown Club. Mary Wilson does a great job there, supporting the team, with meals, provides all the communication from the coaches to the parents. Really does a great job.
Sets him up with the swag.
Exactly.
Does it all.
Shout out to Mary Wilson. Thank you. Last on our list, number 78, Camden Britt.
Another big guy, 5'9", 247. And we'll go back to Caleb to tell us more about Camden Britt. Caleb, what can you tell us about Camden Britt? Oh, he's working on technical stuff right now, so we won't bother him. So he's giving us information on Camden Britt. So he's very big, yeah.
He's pretty quick too, so he should be able to
All right, Caleb says he's got quick feet, so at defense he can get in the backfield pretty quickly and do some damage. In offense, he can hold his block really well and protect the quarterback and open up some lanes for the runners. So thank you again, Caleb.
Yeah.
All right, so that takes us through our
sophomore
class, and now we have the freshmen.
Yes, the freshmen. I did see part of a JV game. I saw the first half of the JV game earlier this week. It was Monday night at Heritage Hall, and the JV did a great job. Of course, freshmen are playing on the JV. They and the varsity aren't enough kids to have just a freshman team, but we've got 9 freshmen on the team. The first one on our numerical roster is number 7, River Faulkner.
We've seen River come in. He came in late last game and ran the ball a few times. Hard runner.
Yeah,
he did a good job.
He had some really nice runs Monday night against Crooked Oak. So, he's shown a lot of promise. I'm sure he's going to be a very good football player at Heritage Hall. Next on our list, number 13, Liam Burton. He's a freshman, quarterback and defensive back, 5'8", 145. I don't know Liam, but I'm sure he's doing a great job for the Chargers.
That's right.
Next on our list, number 22.
Noah Whitmire.
Noah Whitmire. He's 5'10", 138 pounds, and he's playing wide receiver and defensive back this season. Next on our list, number 26, KJ Evans, a freshman.
We've seen him come in.
Right.
He's playing on special teams right now, and I think he carried the ball a couple times last game too. So.
Right. Yeah, he's 5'9", 152 pounds, a running back and a linebacker, showing a lot of promise. He's contributing to the varsity on special teams, and is doing a great job. Next on our list, number 31, Ori Walker.
Yeah, Ori, we hear he has a lot of potential. He's a big guy.
6'2", 160 pounds.
Yeah, 6'2", 160 as a freshman. So good basketball player too. So good athlete.
Good. Next on our list, number 44, Cooper Cookson.
Yeah, he's another one good size as a freshman, 6 feet, 164.
Right. Yeah, Cooper. He's been doing a good job. He's I think he's playing a lot of tight end and linebacker. I've seen him in there on some special teams, and he's doing a good job. Next on our list, number 45, Hunter Boyer.
Another running back defensive lineman at 5'10", 170.
Right. Yeah, I saw him play quite a lot last year in the 8th grade, and he was kind of one of the leading running backs. Did a very good job. Is a talented kid. Next on our list, number 77, Dre James.
Dre James, we saw, I guess he's out tonight.
Right.
But, big kid, 6 feet, 192 pounds. So, good to see some size coming up.
Absolutely. Last on our list, number 81, James Bailey. He's a freshman, 5'6", 135 pounds, playing wide receiver and defensive back this season. Getting in the program and contributing.
That's right. You got to start them young to, so once they get to be a junior, senior, they can contribute to the team.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we may take a little break, and we'll be back shortly.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted.
Order up.
Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat me.
You're going to find a whole lot to love right now during truck trading time at Joe Cooper Ford. You can trade your keys for the keys to a new truck. Then Joe will beat any other dealer's best deal by $500 guaranteed. Get more for your trade-in, lower your monthly payment, and make no payment for 90 days. Plus, we believe in service after the sale. When you bring your new Joe Cooper Ford in for service, you'll get a courtesy loaner car and a car wash. Who loves you, Oklahoma?
Come see us at Joe Cooper Ford.
We all want a chance to grow, to use the present to impact the future. Every day, this field is a place to play for thousands of our students. And this place, this field, changes everything. This field is more because the future plays here.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted.
Order up.
Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat.
You're going to find a whole lot to love right now during truck trading time at Joe Cooper Ford. You can trade your keys for the keys to a new truck. Then Joe will beat any other dealer's best deal by $500 guaranteed. Get more for your trade-in, lower your monthly payment, and make no payment for 90 days. Plus, we believe in service after the sale. When you bring your new Joe Cooper Ford in for service, you'll get a courtesy loaner car and a car wash. Who loves you, Oklahoma?
Come see us at Joe Cooper Ford.
We all want a chance to grow, to use the present to impact the future. Every day, this field is a place to play for thousands of our students. And this place, this field, changes everything. This field is more because the future plays here.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted.
Order up.
Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat.
You're going to find a whole lot to love right now during truck trading time at Joe Cooper Ford. You can trade your keys for the keys to a new truck. Then Joe will beat any other dealer's best deal by $500 guaranteed. Get more for your trade-in, lower your monthly payment, and make no payment for 90 days. Plus, we believe in service after the sale. When you bring your new Joe Cooper Ford in for service, you'll get a courtesy loaner car and a car wash. Who loves you, Oklahoma?
Come see us at Joe Cooper Ford.
Wow, Bethany's beating Kingfisher. Man, what's happened to Douglas? They were really good just a few years ago. All right, we are back. Still in a rain delay. And I think we are still looking at another they're going to reevaluate things in 20 minutes. Let you know if you need to keep. Oh, was that just a flash out there, or was that a flash in here?
I am not sure.
I don't know. But just we'll give you some scores of some teams that the Chargers have playing down the line. First, we'll look at the Kingfisher. Well, Kingfisher Bethany score right now. Bethany is leading 14-6 in the second quarter. Kingfisher lost some good players from last year.
Wow, yeah, they were tough.
Sternberger,
state champions in
basketball.
What was that? 3A basketball or 4A basketball?
4A.
4A basketball.
That's really a painful thing to bring up, Paul.
It is
because they beat the Chargers.
They did, but we beat them the year before.
That's right. That's right.
No,
yeah. they are so good. I mean, their only loss last year was to Tulsa, Washington, I think, who was the 5A state champs, and lost to them by 4 points, 3 points, something like that.
Right.
So they were outstanding. Those guys they had, Trey Green, Jet Sternberger, fantastic players. And they have some others, a couple that are just juniors this year that I think are the number 2 and number 3 ranked players in the state behind Trey.
Right. You're referring to Trey Alexander.
Trey Alexander.
I believe,
yeah.
Junior at Heritage Hall.
Exactly.
Another score to update you on. John Marshall leading Douglas 29-0 at halftime.
Wow. That's our next opponent, correct?
Yeah, the John Marshall Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Yeah, we play them. Actually, St. Mary's our next game.
Okay.
And then John Marshall, we have week 5. So that's homecoming.
Right. What day is that, Rick?
Friday.
October 4th?
Yeah, October 4th. And speaking of which, I guess, we did have a homecoming court announced today.
Right.
Correct?
Right. Rick, tell us who is that on that homecoming court.
Well, let's just pull it up here because I don't want to leave anybody out. But
I can name the guys. I think we've got Brink Hall.
Yes.
We also have
Eddie Cook.
Eddie Cook, that's right.
Philip Smitherman,
number 24, number 1 in your heart.
Let's see here. We also have. We also have another.
Max Bates, number 83 for the Chargers, tight end, defensive line as well, and number 14.
That's right.
Jagger Abels.
And then on the girls' side, we have Cameron Fulkerson, Mary Kate Magnus. Let's see here.
Drew Taylor.
Candy one, and Katie Ross.
Right.
And you said Drew Taylor.
I did say Drew Taylor.
Yes. So good group of seniors there.
Absolutely. All very deserving to be on the homecoming court.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so go back. And so that'll be 2 weeks that they'll be announcing the homecoming queen, who will be the successor to Emery
Now,
Stevenson.
Rick, you've got, at least 2 homecoming queens in your family, right?
Yes. Quite exciting times.
Yes.
For those girls.
Your daughters, Elise.
Yes. And really, they love just being on the court. They do it up all week, and your daughter Claire was part of it as well.
Right.
And so that they really make it a fun week for the homecoming court.
Yes.
Every night they go do different fun activities.
Right.
And spend the week all together, and it's just
That's a good bonding experience. It really is for the parents as well.
That's right.
So,
I
wish congratulations to all those.
And you were the escort to homecoming queen back in fall of '86.
You are correct, sir.
And who was that queen?
That queen was Mary Ann Nelson Jackson.
Now Jackson.
That's right.
Because of that night. And back then, the winner got to lay a big smack on the.
Yes,
or the escort got to kiss the winner. So
that's right.
They don't do that anymore, but that's what.
That's the way they did it back in the '80s. That's right.
That's right.
Another update on the scores: Chandler leading Mount St. Mary's at half, 20-7.
That's right. We have the Mount, like we said, next week. And, yeah, they're looking for a little revenge. We kind of had our way with them last year. But this year we go to their place.
Right.
And so that's going to be on a Thursday night.
Uh-huh.
So this Thursday on the 26th,
Yes.
I believe it is.
Yeah, September 26th.
That's right.
Another score to update. Perkins Tryon leading McLeod 23-0.
That's right. And we have Perkins the following week after John Marshall.
Right. So I think
October 11th.
Okay. October 11th.
That's right. And, yeah, so they're laying it on McLeod right now. So haven't scouted too much, don't know much about Perkins Tryon, but
they were a good team last year. They gave us a competitive game. I mean, I think we handled them pretty well at Pop Murray Field, but
this year
they were a good opponent.
That's right.
They made the playoffs, I believe, last season, and
okay,
yeah. So they were a capable team.
All right. We have an updated score. Bethany has now expanded their lead to 21-6 over Kingfisher Yellow Jackets.
Bethany is in Class 4A.
They are, and they've had a good team. I know they've done some damage the last few years. So,
yeah,
I'm kind of surprised we haven't had them on our schedule at some point.
We used to. Back in the day.
Well, and also you remember the ESPN game.
Right,
with Sterling
yes.
Shepard and Barry Sanders. That was a district game for us back then, and they had a couple really good players too. And Sterling had like 4 touchdowns that night or something. I think got invited to the U.S. Army All-American game or the Under Armour All-American game that night.
Yeah. It seems like he was a pretty good player, right?
Well, he was all right.
I think he still plays football, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
For the New York Giants.
Yeah. He does okay.
Who named a new starting quarterback this week, right?
They did. And Sterling's also on my fantasy team, so I hope he recovered. He had a concussion miss last week, but hopefully he is
back in the lineup and producing for the Fighting Stevensons.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
Nice.
All right. Well, we may take, since we are not scheduled to come back until 9:03, we're going to show the Heritage Hall video to you, just in case you missed it on the last time, and we'll be back with more news.
Bye, Mom. Bye, sweet boy. Hi. I so recognize the importance of beginning here. That's where the journey begins, and it's miraculous. Hi! I've lived it as a teacher, as an administrator, most importantly as a parent, and you absolutely cannot put a price on it.
Good morning. How are you? Good. This is where everything starts, and then I love being on a campus that has preschool through seniors, where then we see what happens, how they evolve, their dreams, what they accomplish, what they're able to do. The sky's the limit, and I love that. I'm so happy to see you. So happy. Are you going to have a great day?
We want everybody to feel like they're going to have a success story.
In Oklahoma, this is where children dream. Good job.
Take a look around, Arthur.
Learn to focus and find their edge.
The exchange is over. Yeah, see, just pull the hands out of contact. There you go. Good job. I go 3!
Nestled in the trees in northwest Oklahoma City is a college preparatory school with a track record of excellence dating back to the 1960s. On the campus today, a school where children are vigorously challenged, inspired, and accomplished. 68 National Merit honorees in just an 11-year period.
We're always looking to get kids more involved, more engaged, and we surprise them again and again. They surprise themselves at what they're actually capable of. If I were a parent on the outside looking in, I'd be looking at the opportunity to be engaged. For my child to learn to balance a lot of competing interests. We keep kids busy here, we really do, building their lives in important ways.
I think just to have integrity. They talk about integrity a lot at the school. I think to be responsible.
What was your favorite thing you guys did this year? Peer power? Sweet. Good, good.
You gotta step and get over top of the guy. You can't just push him now because he's gonna make the play. Yeah.
To own your behavior, the choices that you make, to be responsible, to be dependable.
Success starts early.
Box.
Here.
With a low teacher-student ratio in the Early Childhood Center.
You use what on your computer?
The keyboard.
The keyboard.
Digital learning starts in preschool.
No hay plátanos en el palacio. Oh, sí hay plátanos en el palacio. No hay.
Spanish immersion, kindergarten.
Donde.
Hey, Cutter, there you go, buddy. Go on into the gym, friend. Hi, guys. How are you?
The little ones, it's just the joy of learning, the enthusiasm, and again, those hugs and smiles are precious.
This is where parents celebrate life with their young children.
Thank you for listening to my report. I hope you enjoyed it.
They dream big here and they encourage them to do that, and I love that. I mean, you don't want them to lose that.
In middle school, it's a journey of discovery.
Get a different perspective, or you can stand up and look down in the water. We want them to figure out who they are. And I don't know that you can get that in a large group or a large school. And our teachers are so committed to that, and they want to know the kids so well, and they really want to help them become the best person they can.
And community service is one way to get there. On this day, feeding the hungry.
Take Chargers! Go Chargers! Can't get that in a classroom. Cannot get it in the classroom. It's just got to be here.
Black classe prêt.
Bien sûr.
Little people with big capacity
Say in French.
to embrace even French and Mandarin.
We want to make a transition from 4th grade to 5th grade. We don't treat them as 5th graders when they start the year, because they're not, they're 4th graders. And then as 8th graders, we try to get them ready for the 9th grade.
3 more minutes for you to discuss it, then we're gonna practice.
You can be a 3-sport athlete in the middle school. You can be a debater. You can sing. You can act. You can be involved with musical theater. There's all these different things that you can try to do. We want them all to feel like, hey, I want to come to school because that's where my family is, or that's where my community is.
Right now, Heritage Hall teachers are making astute observations.
Find your passion and do it well.
A middle school teacher saw it early, guiding a young Sam Karchmer toward leadership.
Get yourself that one step closer to your goals so that when opportunities present themselves, you'll be confident. In middle school, and especially here in middle school, you're given so many opportunities to kind of reach for the stars and follow your interests and find your interests.
Sam was accepted at USC for business and political science. Upper school students are soaring in 15 advanced placement offerings.
You know, just the fact that you don't even have to leave campus to get tutored for your standardized tests like the ACT and the SAT. You have people like that who are amazing at what they do and do it here.
And drawing inspiration from the alums before them. including the late two-time Pulitzer-winning journalist Anthony Shadid and head of OU Breast Imaging, Dr. Betsy Jett.
I had a great background when I got to college. Not only did I know what I needed to know from a knowledge-based standpoint, I knew how to write and I knew how to think. And those are skills that several other people that I was at school with, they hadn't done some of these things. And so college was a much bigger adjustment.
Parents are also choosing the Hall for its culturally diverse environment, where children are welcomed and accepted for their different backgrounds.
Everyone is so encouraging. I mean, I've never had one classmate ever tear me down or say that's a bad idea or why would you do that. It's always been, you know what, you can do this, or I'll help you. And it's something that I know is just extraordinary, and I'm so thankful for.
It's the mindset of the school, I think, what we represent, what their parents represent, the expectation that they're being prepared to be the next leaders in Oklahoma or the United States. And they have the confidence because they've seen what our alums have done. Once they leave here, they're prepared.
The pursuit of excellence crosses a broad spectrum of sports at Heritage Hall. State championships are the prize. The invaluable experience of hard work and the drive to compete, that's the life-changing takeaway for Heritage Hall student athletes. Watch Kat Allen win state in tennis.
I have never been so just happy and proud in my entire life.
Kat's taking her edge to compete to SMU.
I love Heritage Hall. It is amazing. But you got all of those football championships, all of those, tennis championships, golf championships, track championships. I just wanted my championship, and I'm sorry, Gosh, I would have hated to continue on, and we didn't, now we'll have a ring. We get them next week, so, it feels good.
State champs all the way, yeah!
Some play for fun, but others go on to become some of the best athletes in the country. Alumnus Sterling Shepard took his edge to OU. Wes Welker to the pros.
Transformational coaches are what we're looking for at Heritage Hall.
Bring it all the way up to the chin. Good. Now come down. Good. There you go.
Those guys are going to come in, and Coach Gals are going to come in here, and they're going to work with kids and transform them from little girls and little boys.
Way to work. Great effort. Really proud of you.
Thank you.
Into young women and young men. And that's our job. And if we lose sight of that job, then we've lost sight of what education is all about.
One more day. Students also find their voice in this celebrated performing arts center.
We have all these kids, we collect them all up on stage and do some extraordinary things.
And yet with you my world has started. One more day along my own.
We have had a lot of success stories as far as kids achieving careers in television and film and stage.
Along, come on, along.
Mr. Ferguson is super passionate and really fun, and it gets us all excited and really it makes it really fun to perform.
Toe, heel, toe.
And I just love being here.
Heritage Hall puts a priority on the arts. It is not an afterthought. It is not a special program. The fact that that is recognized by our board, by our community, by the students is extraordinary.
With information and technology on a fast track for change, these are extraordinary times. The opportunities are dazzling.
Christopher Lamont Hamilton II.
And Heritage Hall graduates will be there, with top-tier academics catapulting them into the best colleges in the nation. Your children will one day compete in industries not yet created, putting college preparatory schools at the highest level of hope for students who must find their edge before their first steps into an uncertain world.
We've got our academic house pretty well in order now. The next step for us is going to be to create a lot more focus and give a lot more attention to the kind of human beings that we're turning out as well. It begins with the belief that every human being has something significant to offer.
What is your daughter's dream? Your son's dream? Find your edge at Heritage Hall.
Oh, we're good? Okay, sorry. Okay, Ford Stevenson here with Max Chart. What's going on, guys?
Oh, how you doing, Ford?
You know, just chilling, waiting out this weather delay. Here with the Charter Vision crew. Just have nothing to do, really, and decided to hop on. Talk about some sports going on, winter sports, fall sports.
Right.
My guy here is in cross country right now. How's that going?
Oh, it's going good. We have a meet tomorrow over at the OK Runner meet in Norman. Really big meet. It means a lot to us if we can do well in that meet. It means a lot in every meet, but this one is really big, so it'd be really nice.
Yeah, and that's going to be tough, though. I mean, we got how many Charger Vision crew cross country crew members are here?
Let's see. We have 4 counting me. We'll have 4 counting me.
And we got a long road trip back to Davis. It's going to be tough.
Yeah. It's well, I don't know if they're going to. I honestly would not know if they're going to, if they have to cancel this game, if they're going to restart.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll
postpone it or not.
I highly think that they are going to cancel this game.
I think so too. I mean, it hasn't stopped lightning, and the rain really got worse, honestly, since about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just saw another one.
Yeah, there's just one right now, and I think they're supposed to check. Oh, there's.
And there's the
official word. The game has been canceled. Thank you.
Well, all right, guys. This is Ford and Max Chart signing off.
All right.
All right. For those of you still listening, this is Rick Stevenson, and the game has been canceled. It just goes down as a non-game, and there's not going to be a makeup or anything, so it was just a pleasant trip down to Sulphur to go eat some barbecue and watch 1 quarter worth of football. So we don't have a player of the game for you tonight. We do want to thank you all for tuning in, thank our sponsors once again, and we'll be back next week when the Chargers take on Mount St. Mary's on Thursday, the 26th. And so really not much post-game to talk about. But yeah, we'll be back on Thursday night. You can tune in. And until then, I guess we will sign off and Charger Pride, everybody.